Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Ruiz. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Plucks it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's talk for a second about Houston. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance, so I'm anticipating the playbook to expand.
He'll take the deep shot. Pulls it in on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive.
Turning it on. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Colorado. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw, it's Ruiz. Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went in game time.
Catch in the middle, it's Burgess. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets sets him down at the 23.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly complete.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Gets it out quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Ruiz. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come up field and those situations where you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He's got the back in the middle. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stops, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He's going to take off. Crosses the 45. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback.
He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Bucs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's gonna pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Scanning the field, it's Ruiz. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Houston will be forced to punt. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Encroachment defense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass. Looking deep. He's got it down the left side. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Cougars have it with a 1st and goal.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot.
Touchdown, Cougars. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 10 over Florida State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Got his man! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Colorado.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Houston offense once again. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Looking for a man. It's Ruiz. Fires to the big fella. Powers through. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off the RPO, complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The sure hands, it's Riggs. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Houston, hello!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. Just a few games remaining. They're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard because everybody's talking.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man.
He's going for it all. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Finley. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense comes onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Back to throw, it's Ruiz. Pocket breaking down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that's
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the single back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cougars will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field, ready to fire from the pistols. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got the first down, looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get into him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Thanks to grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Looking to pass. It's Fenley. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. Fitted in the window for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 6 over Wyoming. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Trying the left side. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Ruiz. A little release to the back. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Snagged in the middle, it's Nicholson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep down the right side. Off and running. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Colorado.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass.
Number 12, set to kick this one away.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Ruiz. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Riggs. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains down to the 34.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
They'll try the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this back.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
What a play on that return, but will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. The toss sweep to the right. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Finley. Bringing the heat. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on 3rd.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Buffaloes! They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They've got the screen set up. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the foot. Back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense picks it up.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got his man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up with those big...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
65, Houston, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
Snags it down the right side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Silva. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got the tight end. Knocked down for the tackle.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
Deep shot for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And that is how we will wrap